Have you ever wondered about the mysteries of the universe and the relationship between the human mind and creation? What if I told you that there is a profound connection between ancient spiritual traditions and modern science that can transform our understanding of reality? Today, we will explore the fascinating concept of the three suns, taught by the Mithraic and Zoroastrian traditions, and their connection to the revolutionary vision of philosopher Walter Russell. We will discover how these ancient ideas can expand our understanding of the cosmos and reveal our divine potential. Stay with us to unravel the secrets of the three suns and the transformative power of the universal mind. What do you think you will discover about yourself and the universe along this journey? Since antiquity, the spiritual traditions of Mithraism and Zoroastrianism have spoken of the existence of three suns. The first, the physical sun we see in the sky, is the source of light and energy for our material world. This visible sun is the most familiar to us, being the center of our solar system and the driver of weather conditions and seasons. It provides us with warmth and is essential for life on Earth, directly influencing agriculture, photosynthesis, and the water cycle. The ancients recognized the power of the physical sun, celebrating it in rituals and myths as the personification of the divine power that sustains life. For example, in ancient Persia, the festival of Yalda marked the victory of light over darkness, celebrating the birth of the new sun. The second sun, known as Sol Invictus, is the invincible sun, the soul of the universe. This concept goes beyond the physical, entering the realm of the metaphysical. Sol Invictus is seen as the vital force that animates the cosmos, an eternal and indestructible principle that guides the evolution and growth of all things. It represents the spiritual energy that connects everything in the universe, serving as a source of inspiration and power for various spiritual traditions throughout history. The Mithraics, for example, celebrated festivals in honor of Sol Invictus, recognizing its omnipresent and invincible influence. In their rituals, they invoke the power of Sol Invictus for protection and guidance, creating a link between the visible and invisible world. Sol Invictus was also central to Roman religion, especially during the festival of Natalis Solis Invicti. Finally, the third sun represents the spirit of the universe, the apex of divinity, known as the monad or the highest point of divinity. This third sun is a representation of the highest divine principle, the spiritual core of all existence. It symbolizes supreme unity and the origin of all creation. The monad is considered the source of all consciousness and spiritual light, the point from which all life and intelligence in the universe emanates. This concept is present in various esoteric philosophies that view the monad as the origin point of the cycle of birth and return. In Neoplatonic philosophy, for example, the monad is the perfect unity from which everything arises and to which everything returns. These ancient traditions have profoundly influenced Eastern thought, finding parallels in Buddhism, Confucianism, and Taoism. In Buddhism, the three suns are linked to different levels of karma and rebirth, reflecting the progression of the soul through various existences. This belief system offers a detailed view of the cycle of death and rebirth, where each life is an opportunity to purify karma and achieve a higher state of being. It is believed that each soul transitions through these levels on a journey of self-improvement and enlightenment. For example, the story of Prince Siddhartha Gautama, who attained enlightenment and became the Buddha, illustrates how each being can evolve spiritually. Additionally, the concept of the bodhisattva exemplifies the ideal of someone who delays their own enlightenment to help others on their spiritual path. In Confucianism, the three suns represent stages of ethical and moral evolution in society. This philosophy focuses on the moral development of the individual as a means to achieve a harmonious and just society. Ethical evolution is seen as a gradual and continuous process, where wisdom and virtue are cultivated over time, leading to an ideal social order. Confucius taught that through education and the cultivation of virtues, humanity could achieve a state of great unity and social harmony. Practical examples of Confucius' teachings such as the importance of filial piety and benevolence, show how these principles can transform a society. Confucius' 5 relationships: ruler and subject, father and son, husband and wife, elder brother and younger brother, and friend, highlight the importance of ethics and morality in all aspects of life. In Taoism, the 3 sons symbolize stages of integration with the Tao, the natural way, and universal harmony. Taoism emphasizes simplicity, naturalness, and harmony with the flow of the universe. The spiritual journey in Taoism is a quest to align with the Tao, returning to the primordial state of unity and balance. This process of integration is seen as essential for achieving true peace and spiritual fulfillment. Taoist texts describe meditative and alchemical practices intended to harmonize the body, mind, and spirit with the Tao. Practices such as Qigong and Zhanzhuang meditation are examples of methods that help achieve this deep integration. Additionally, Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching offers teachings on how to live in harmony with the Tao, emphasizing the importance of non-action. The concept of the 3 sons offers a rich tapestry of symbols and teachings that cross cultural and temporal boundaries, suggesting a universal understanding of spiritual evolution. These ideas not only inform our spiritual traditions, but also provide us with a lens to understand the interconnectedness of all things and the role of consciousness in the creation of reality. They invite us to explore the spiritual potential within us and our relationship with the cosmos. The philosopher and scientist Walter Russell proposed an innovative vision of the universe, where all matter and creation are manifestations of the thought of the universal mind. Through his works, Russell suggests that the universe is not just a conglomerate of inert matter, but a living and conscious expression of the divine mind. He postulated that the human mind is a direct extension of the universal mind, endowed with infinite creative power. According to Russell, the dynamic process of creation and destruction is governed by universal laws, suggesting that we are co-creators of our reality. Russell's vision challenges conventional perceptions of reality, proposing that thought is the essence of all existence. He explained that thought generates patterns of light that manifest as physical forms in the universe. This radical perspective suggests that the universe is a projection of divine thought, and that matter is actually condensed light. This idea resonates with various spiritual traditions that see light as a manifestation of divine energy. Russell said, "Matter is light at rest. Light is matter in motion." Russell asserted that thought is light, and that light is universal, establishing a fundamental basis for understanding reality. He also proposed that every point in the universe is the center of the universe, an idea that resonates with the universal unity and harmony found in Eastern traditions. This notion that each point is central emphasizes the interconnectedness and importance of every being in the web of existence. In his works, Russell described the universe as a rhythmic process of creation and decreation, where the universal mind incessantly creates and recreates reality. He suggests that this universal rhythm is the foundation of all life and evolution. This vision is comparable to the cycles of birth, death, and rebirth present in Eastern philosophies, such as samsara in Buddhism, where life is seen as a continuous cycle of transformation. Russell's philosophy offers a new interpretation of the ancient traditions of the 3 sons, suggesting that these phases represent different levels of consciousness and expression of the universal mind. He sees spiritual evolution as a process of alignment with universal rhythms, where humans can reach higher levels of existence and perception. This idea of continuous evolution is central to many spiritual philosophies that seek enlightenment and harmony with the cosmos. Russell's ideas about the infinite potential of the human mind as part of the universal mind suggest that spiritual awakening is not just a personal achievement, but a contribution to cosmic evolution. He believes that by expanding our consciousness and aligning our thoughts with the universal mind, we can positively influence the reality around us. This vision transforms the spiritual quest into a collective journey of growth and development. Russell also emphasized that the human mind is an extension of the universal mind, meaning that human creative potential is limitless. He highlights that awakening this potential involves becoming aware of our connection to the universal mind and aligning our thoughts with universal light. This process of alignment is not just a theoretical exercise, but a transformative practice that can fundamentally alter our experience of reality and our ability to shape the future. In his works, he presents practical exercises for aligning individual thought with the universal mind, such as creative visualization and meditation on light. Russell also explored the idea that the universal mind operates in cycles, where creation and decretion occur in a harmonious rhythm. He believed that by understanding these cycles, we can synchronize our lives with the natural flow of the universe, achieving greater harmony and balance. This cyclical vision resonates with many spiritual traditions that see life as a continuous process of renewal and transformation. In Buddhism, the three suns are associated with different stages of karma and rebirth, each governed by a distinct Buddha. Buddhist doctrine describes these stages as periods of spiritual decay and renewal, where each era is marked by the arrival of a savior Buddha. The first stage, governed by Buddha Dipankara, is known as the era of the green sun. This era represents a time of purity and virtue, where the practice of the Dharma is strong and enlightenment is accessible to many. Dipankara is considered one of the Buddhas of the past, and his era is seen as a period of great spiritual advancement. The second stage, the era of the red sun, is governed by Buddha Gautama, the historical Buddha known by many as Siddhartha Gautama. This era is characterized by a gradual decline of the Dharma, where Buddhist teachings begin to be forgotten, and spiritual practice becomes more difficult. However, there is still hope for enlightenment through diligent effort and constant practice. Buddhist texts suggest that we are currently in this era, facing challenges to maintain the purity of the Dharma amid the distractions of the modern world. Finally, the era of the white sun is governed by Buddha Maitreya, the Buddha of the future. This stage represents the final renewal, where the Dharma will be restored and enlightenment will again become accessible to all. Maitreya is seen as a symbol of hope and renewal, promising a future of peace and spiritual harmony. The belief in Maitreya's coming reflects the cyclical view of time in Buddhism, where each cycle of decline is followed by a period of renewal and growth. The expectation of Maitreya's arrival motivates many Buddhists to practice the Dharma with devotion and patience. These Buddhist eras are not just historical periods, but also represent internal states of consciousness that each individual can experience. The progression through these eras can be seen as a metaphor for personal spiritual development, where each of us must pass through phases of growth, challenge, and of eventual enlightenment. This personal journey reflects the Buddhist belief in the possibility of continuous spiritual transformation and evolution. In Confucianism, the three suns represent stages of ethical and moral evolution in society. Confucian philosophy views history as a progression from disorder to peace, culminating in the state of Datong, or great unity. This final state is characterized by a harmonious society where virtue and morality prevail. The concept of Ren, which means the essence of being human, is central to this evolution, being cultivated and refined through a continuous process of self-improvement and education. Ren is seen as the foundation of morality and ethics, a principle that must be cultivated in all aspects of life. Kang Yao-wei, an important Confucian reformer of the 19th century, proposed that history moves through three great eras: the era of disorder, the era of approaching peace, and the era of universal peace. Each of these eras represents a stage in the ethical and moral development of humanity, where society gradually transcends selfishness and achieves a state of great unity. This Confucian historical vision emphasizes the importance of collective evolution and moral progress as the path to an ideal society. Kang Yao-wei believed that through political and social reforms, humanity could accelerate the arrival of the era of universal peace. His proposals for social and educational reforms reflect a commitment to continuous moral progress and social harmony. In Taoism, the three suns symbolize stages of integration with the Tao, the natural way, and universal harmony. Taoism teaches that true spiritual fulfillment is achieved through harmonizing with the natural flow of the universe, returning to the primordial state of unity with the Tao. This process is described as a return to Hunyuan, or original chaos, a state of pure potential and undifferentiated unity. Hunyuan is considered the initial state of the universe before differentiation and duality, a phase of pure potentiality and energy. Taoist texts describe the spiritual journey as a return to the Tao, where the individual learns to detach from the artificial constructs of society and align with the natural rhythm of life. This journey involves purifying the body and mind, practicing meditation, and seeking simplicity and spontaneity. By achieving integration with the Tao, the practitioner becomes one with the universal flow, experiencing true peace and harmony. This vision is often illustrated in poetic metaphors and internal alchemical practices aimed at transforming the body and spirit. The Taoist conception of the three suns and the return to Hunyuan emphasizes the importance of balance and harmony in all aspects of life. Taoist spiritual practice seeks to restore original unity through techniques such as Qigong, meditation, and contemplation of nature. These methods aim to reconnect the practitioner with the natural flow of the Tao, promoting health, longevity, and spiritual fulfillment. Taoism sees integration with the Tao as the path to true freedom and serenity, a state where the individual lives in complete harmony with the universe. Taoist teachings also include the practice of internal alchemy, which involves transforming internal energies to achieve spiritual immortality. This practice, known as Na Dan, is a complex process that combines meditation, breathing exercises, and physical exercises to purify the body and mind, allowing the practitioner to achieve unity with the Tao. Walter Russell's ideas about the universal mind offer a new perspective for interpreting these spiritual teachings. If the human mind is truly an extension of the universal mind, then the state of enlightenment described in Eastern traditions can be understood as the full realization of this inherent divine potential. Russell's proposition that the mind is a material substance that permeates all existence eliminates the distinction between creator and creation, suggesting that we are all manifestations of divine thought. This unifying vision resonates with spiritual traditions that see the universe as an interconnected web of energy and consciousness. In Buddhism, enlightenment is achieved by perceiving the interdependence of all things and the empty nature of the self. In Confucianism, the moral evolution of society is seen as a reflection of the inner development of each individual, emphasizing the interconnection between the self and the collective. In Taoism, spiritual realization is achieved through harmonizing with the natural flow of the universe, recognizing the fundamental unity of all things. Russell suggests that spiritual awakening involves aligning individual thought with universal light, accessing higher creative energies that can transform reality. This idea aligns with meditative practice in Buddhism, where the mind is trained to perceive ultimate truth and transcend the illusions of the material world. In Confucianism, self-cultivation and the pursuit of virtue are seen as paths to achieving a higher state of being, reflecting the idea that inner development manifests in the external reality. In Taoism, spiritual practice involves seeking harmony with the Tao, returning to the primordial state of unity with the universe. Russell's perspective emphasizes that this alignment with the universal mind is not a passive process, but an active participation in the creation of reality. He proposes that by expanding our consciousness and aligning our thoughts with the universal mind, we can influence and shape our environment, reflecting the Taoist principle of Wu Wei, or effortless action. The idea that the mind is a material substance forming the basis of creation resonates with the Eastern view that the physical world is a manifestation of underlying spiritual realities. In Buddhism, the physical world is seen as a projection of the mind, shaped by karma and mental formations. Confucianism emphasizes the moral and ethical development of society as a reflection of each individual's internal cultivation, suggesting that the external world mirrors internal states. Taoism views the physical and spiritual worlds as interconnected aspects of the Tao, where changes in one realm affect the other. Furthermore, Russell explored the notion that spiritual evolution is a process of expanding consciousness, where each individual can access higher levels of perception and understanding. He believed that by cultivating the mind and spirit, we can align more deeply with the universal mind, opening doors to new possibilities of creation and comprehension. Russell emphasizes that awakening our creative potential requires a profound understanding of our own nature and our connection to the universal mind. By aligning our thoughts with the universal light, we can access higher creative energies and transform our reality. This process of individual awakening is intrinsically linked to collective and cosmic transformation, where every thought and action reverberates through the fabric of existence, influencing the course of universal evolution. Russell's philosophy suggests that the mind is the driving force behind all creation, operating through ideas, forms, and rhythms that follow immutable laws. This eternal process, with neither beginning nor end, indicates that our participation in creating the future is continuous and meaningful. By understanding this cosmic interconnectedness, we can recognize our crucial role in shaping the collective destiny, where every thought and action influence the course of universal evolution. Russell proposes that accessing our creative power requires a fundamental shift in understanding our own nature. He asserts that the human mind is an extension of the universal mind, suggesting that we possess unlimited creative potential. Awakening this potential involves becoming aware of our connection to the universal mind and aligning our thoughts with the universal light. This alignment is not just a theoretical exercise, but a transformative practice that can fundamentally alter our experience of reality and our ability to shape the future. The awakening process is not an isolated event, but a continuous journey of expanding consciousness. As more individuals awaken to this reality, the cumulative effect has the potential to catalyze a global transformation, leading to a more harmonious and enlightened future for all humanity. This path to an enlightened future is not a passive journey, but an invitation to active participation in the co-creation of our collective reality. By recognizing and cultivating our divine potential, each individual becomes an agent of change, contributing to the evolution of human and cosmic consciousness. Russell's philosophy presents a vision of the universe where mind and thought are central to the creation process, inviting us to explore the infinite possibilities of our creative potential. By aligning our consciousness with the universal mind, we can partake in the continuous creation of reality, shaping a future that reflects the highest ideals of harmony, unity, and enlightenment. This alignment is not just a spiritual goal, but a daily practice that can transform our lives and the world around us. Russell also highlights the importance of individual responsibility in collective creation. He suggests that every thought and action we take not only shapes our personal reality, but also contributes to the evolution of collective consciousness. By cultivating positive thoughts aligned with the universal light, we can positively influence our environment and society as a whole. This shared responsibility emphasizes the interconnectedness of all things and the importance of each individual in the grand scheme of the universe. We explored the profound connection between ancient spiritual traditions and Walter Russell's modern scientific vision, revealing how these teachings can expand our understanding of the cosmos and our own divine potential. The journey to enlightenment is not just a personal quest, but an invitation to active participation in the co-creation of our collective reality. If you are interested in exploring more about spirituality, I have specially selected some videos full of profound knowledge and fascinating discoveries that you will love. Just click on one of them. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue this journey of self-discovery and spiritual learning. Your commitment to knowledge is the first step to transforming your reality.